I'm Ken Andrews, founder, music director, and conductor for the Orchestra of Northern New York. And I'm here today with my very special guest, Charles Guy, as we know him as Chuck Guy for all of us. Where did you grow up? And I wanted to ask you with that, was tuba actually the first instrument you started with?
Yeah, great. Hey, I grew up in a small town in Ohio named Beach City, which is much of a city and there's no beach, but that's the name of the town. It's just south of Canton, maybe 20 or 30 miles, so it's kind of in farmland. And I started out on trombone, where it was a great instrument for me to get started on, but I truly found my home with the tuba in 7th grade, it was from there, I just played in the school bands and continued on into college and everything. So.
That's great. I'm curious, so you started actually in a public school program, and when did you first start taking actual private lessons on tuba?
Yeah, so I was fortunate to have some people around me that were helpful, but I didn't take private lessons until I was a senior in high school. There was a student that was a couple years older than me that would tutor me every once in a while, and my band director happened to be a tuba player, so those were the two main influences early on. I certainly got a lot of information in less formalized ways from them, but then when I was a senior in high school is when I got a little more serious and I started taking lessons with who would become my college teacher, Tucker Jolly at the University of Akron. And so,
wonderful
that
player
was,
and teacher, both.
Yep,
both.
Yeah, it's a great man, wonderful mentor to me. So.
When I was teaching at Ohio University, I remember him
Yeah.
very well, actually. He was very extremely wonderfully well known as a teacher and
Yep.
player. I'm curious, at what point in either junior high, high school, whenever it might have been, what point did you actually know that you wanted to pursue music as a career?
Yeah, that's a hard question, you know, because I think I was a lot like a lot of students where I was just doing whatever was in front of me, whether that be sports or band or whatever academics were there. So I would just do things, and it just eventually got to the place where I was doing much more music than anything else. And that was, you know, by desire, but it wasn't certainly something that I chose. It just kind of fell into there. But it was when I started taking private lessons, it became obvious that that's, you know, something that I wanted to pursue as a career. Nothing else seemed to make sense anymore. But, you know, before that, you know, I was doing all the science stuff and thought I was going to be an engineer, you know. But, you know, until then, you know, it just kind of made, you know, kind of funneled me into the music career that I have now. So.